Former Arsenal invincible Martin Keown joined Jim White and Simon Jordan in the studio today and had the most stupid suggestion I've ever heard in my life for who Man United's new boss could be.
The number of games that they've lost, I'm still concerned that maybe this is not the right manager for Manchester United. It's going to be a very interesting start to the season. They could do a lot worse than go and get Jurgen Klopp to manage their football club. I'm not trying to sensationalise. I believe that maybe he might do an incredible job there. They need somebody perhaps with more experience than the current manager.
At Manchester United.
Well, why not?
I don't really know what to say. I heard that this morning and I was literally left dumbfounded.
But you know what?
It might be the most stupid thing I've heard anyone say ever on talkSPORT.
On which part?
Man United should try and get Jurgen Klopp.
I mean, if you can, if there's
don't join the stupid club.
No,
there's one member at the moment.
He would never go there. But if
it's just most stupid. It's like saying Pep. It's exactly the same.
If there was an inkling,
there's no inkling because he's Jurgen Klopp. I'm not even answering the question.
No, answer the question.
Not answering the question.
But why not?
It's because it's never ever going. It's like you going. What about if Superman got the job?
No,
it won't happen.
It's not. But would you take Klopp?
There's no point.
Okay, would you take him? Yes or no?
Because what you're doing.
I said a yes or no.
No, you're paying lip service to it. It's the most ridiculous.
Okay. If it was a scenario and it was an option, would you take it?
Let's look at it in stages.
I'll ask you a question. I just need yes or no. Would you take Jurgen Klopp in full? And I'll answer all your questions.
No,
just yes or no.
Well, no, it's not yes or no answer.
Would you take Klopp?
Yes.
There you go. That's what I need to hear.
I'll ask you one. We'll play yes tennis. Right? Yes or no tennis. Is there an inkling he would go?
No.
There you go.
No.
It's the most
hypothetically though.
It's not hypothetical. It's the most stupid thing, right? I like Martin Keown. He's a nice fella, right? And I'm sure they'll place him. There is no defence for having a suggestion like that. It's like me going, if Man United can get Kenny Dalglish, what are you talking about?
No, but
if Liverpool can go and get Fergie, it's never ever going to be a discussion. It's madness.
I just think that I don't think he maybe necessarily means Jurgen. I know he said his name, but aim for that level of manager.
Yeah, no, he said Jurgen Klopp. Right? It's easy not to put Jurgen Klopp's name in a sentence. I'll do it now. They should go and get an elite manager.
I still think
what
yours is sillier when you say that. What you said earlier. We're going to say later. I think yours is sillier.
Mine's different. Don't come off the subject.
No, I get what you're saying. But
what you know, Martin, I know. Martin. Why would he say that? Because he knows that will never, ever, ever happen.
It shouldn't.
And I know some people go, oh, it's clickbait. It's not. Let me just tell you now that me and Bentley and Martin Keown and Simon Jordan, we don't make any money from clickbait. No one really makes money from clickbait. So it's not like we're going to say something to get clickbait because we don't make money. Right? So if people say stuff like that, it's because it's in their head and they want it to come out of their mouth.
Maybe it's had a rumour.
No, he ain't going. It's literally like going, Kevin De Bruyne should go to Man United.
Mate, I'll tell you now though, I did hear about potentially De Bruyne at Liverpool.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You said that, Martin Keown?
No.
No, you've not heard that.
I did hear that.
So in your life?
I heard that.
No, you're such a liar. Of course that's not happened.
I can ask a question though. Right. If you had a chance of getting Klopp, would you sack Amorim now?
Yeah. Obviously, if anyone, but you're asking questions that won't happen. Like if you could get Pep, would you get rid of Arteta?
Nope.
You would. Please don't say that. You would, wouldn't you?
Nope. Yeah, obviously I would.
All right, okay. I just think it's very bizarre that Martin said that. I didn't hear the rest of it because when he said that, I fell off my chair and I nearly hurt my head.
Probably should listen to a bit more than that. But I think he's talking.
No, that's it. You don't need to listen.
I think he's probably talking about that level of manager.
Someone's phoned up. Are they to talk about it? Are they coming on to air? I know that there's a problem. Problem with the switchboard. We'll go to that in a minute. Yeah, it's just very bizarre that he said that.
What? I'm offering you a scenario.
I'm going to give Martin his right to reply and to reverse and say, do you know what? I made a mistake.
Hypothetically, I've got a scenario for you.
Right.
Would you sell Bruno for 100 million if it meant...
I've changed my mind on that.
No, but if it meant Jurgen was coming in.
No.
You wouldn't?
Oh, well, hold on. Sorry, what? How have you come up with this?
I'm doing to you now. This is what you do.
Would I sell Bruno for 100 million if it meant Klopp comes in?
Yeah.
It's a great question.
All of a sudden it's a great question.
That's a great question.
Because you know what's a great question?
You know it's not going to happen.
Do you know what's a great question? Because something you'd say.
No, but it's a great question.
Would you? You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, because then he's starting the club and he's got a minimum of 100 million.
Imagine him.
Yeah.
Imagine he gets hold of your club.
Klopp's an unbelievable manager.
Yeah,
right?
he's not going to you.
But out of every single club in the Premier League, we are bottom of that list that he would go to.
No, you're second bottom.
Who's bottom?
Everton.
I don't know.
There's no way on the planet you think you'd go to Everton first.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I can't believe we've come here in this conversation. Yeah, I think he's more likely to go to Everton than Man United. Look at Michael Owen. He effectively ruined his legacy. Michael Owen's going to be in the studio, right?
Yeah.
and we're going to have fun with Michael because he's a great chat. He's great talking, right?
Yeah.
Ironically, I couldn't get that sentence out, but he will know that he made a bit of a rick by going to Man United.
I bet he doesn't.
He tarnished his legacy.
No, it doesn't. Listen, he still goes down as one of the greats, right?
Yeah, but he went to Man United. You can't do that.
No,
you can't do that.
I get that, but
if you're a Sunderland player and you're born and bred in Sunderland, and you come through the ranks like he did at 16, he's a Ballon d'Or winner. You ain't going to Newcastle.
I was close to it up.
What?
I was close to it up.
What? Not direct.
Not direct, but via somewhere else.
Were you?
Yeah.
Why didn't that happen?
Because he just.
Oh, is that the one?
Pardew.
Is that the one where? Can I say something?
Go on.
No, because I want to know if I can say it.
Well, I don't know if you write it down.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll just say it and you might dump it.
Yeah, Joe, get the dump button ready.
You couldn't be bothered.
I'm quick. No.
That wasn't you couldn't be bothered.
That wasn't that.
What club was that?
Can't be that.
That's such a great story.
No. But no, the
Why have you questioned
No, the Newcastle one was close.
Well, okay.
Yeah, Newcastle was close.
We've got time for one quick call. Should we do that, Joe? We were talking about celebrations earlier on. Gary is a West Ham fan. Hi, Gary.
Evening, Andy, Darren.
Hey, mate, you all right?
You all right?
Not too bad. First time caller.
That's nice.
Ooh.
Why is first time, Gaz?
Just haven't had the
Telephone.
topic that I thought let me get involved.
Oh, okay.
No, I've definitely got a phone.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
got
So
it now.
the topic that you've got involved with is should you celebrate if you score against your former club?
My number one pet peeve, that's why I had to call.
Great. Go on then. Tell me the answer to that question, Gaz.
100%, go for it. Why offend? If you don't want to celebrate, why score the goal?
Well, that's a very good question.
I mean, you could score a goal because
you want to win a game.
Yeah.
Exactly, so why not celebrate?
Would you score? How long have you been a West Ham fan for, Gaz?
For since about 1984.
Okay. Let's say you played for West Ham for 15 years, right? Spurs come along, and for some reason you signed for Spurs. FA Cup final, you score the winner against West Ham. 40-yard screamer. Gary?
I'm not that sensitive. I would celebrate, mate. I'm sorry, but
You would celebrate.
when did this not celebrating goals come into football? I'm playing for a different team now. Fair enough, you had a good time, or you had an affinity with another fan group.
But it's just a bit of respect, right? You're scoring against a team where the fans idolised you. So I understand it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I get it.
Nah, I think, and it shows disrespect to your current club.
No, because I think the current.
Are you all in or are you not all in?
Yeah, but I still think by putting the ball in the back of the net, you're all in. But I do think the team you're playing for will understand. Well, listen, we got him from West Ham. He was at West Ham for 12 years.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't celebrate.
Okay, I see you guys' point of view, but I think you're taking it to the real legends of a club.
Gary, let me ask you this: who's the number one West Ham legend of all time in your world?
In my world, since I've been going as a fan,
Yeah.
I would put it down to Mark Noble, one club.
Okay. If Mark Noble scored the winner in an FA Cup final against West Ham and ran off celebrating, took his shirt off, threw it into the crowd, absolute screaming, going nuts, you're telling me West Ham fans wouldn't have a problem with that?
I think there might be a few pitch invaders. But,
Yeah. Thanks for your call, guys. I get both sides of the argument.
Of course.
Well, look at Declan Rice, right? He led them to glory in Europe.
Yeah.
They still hate him now.
I never get the one where you're there for a year and then you don't celebrate.
No, that was a bit nuts.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.